What's up and welcome to Gamatube. I'm Joe Falcone. I'm here with Alex Chelberg, and today we're talking all about speculation of what's going on. We got new rumors regarding Rey. There's a new theory out there saying that she might be the reborn chosen one, even though everyone knows that Anakin Skywalker fulfilled that prophecy. So this is just might be some more fan theories. But I'm here with Alex Chelberg. Let's speculate a little bit. Let's talk about Rey. Now, what do you want Rey to be, Alex Chelberg?
Well, I want Rey to be fulfilling.
I understand that. I think we all do that.
That's all I want. I want her to fulfill the void of the chosen one prophecy that Count Dooku and Mace Windu and Yoda together spoke about on the in the Clone War, in the Revenge of the Sith. They spoke of a prophecy, and they said that perhaps the prophecy was misread.
Right.
So that's what makes me think that maybe Rey still could be the chosen one, and that people have misinterpreted the idea of the prophecy.
But then again, we have the episode of the Clone Wars where Anakin proved himself to be the chosen one by taming the daughter and the son. So
yes,
that doesn't work, in my opinion.
So then, if they are wrong, that implies that Anakin was not the chosen one, and that the chosen one is yet to come. So who is the chosen one to come? Is it the monsters we see come? The monster we see come out of the egg and the Podameron, the Crochet, Are the Crochet looking over the Savior Unborn? Is that the chosen one? Who is the chosen one?
Anakin Skywalker was the chosen one. I don't think there's any. They shouldn't go back to the chosen one. Anakin Skywalker was proven already in the canon that he was the chosen one. So stop trying to remake a chosen one.
The only thing that would make him be the chosen one was the idea that he brought balance to the Force. So did he bring balance to the Force?
I believe he did by killing off the Sith once and for all, and Luke was the last Jedi, but then there needs to be a good amount of... I think he, in a lot of ways he did. I mean, Luke was the last Jedi. He started retraining Jedi, and his freaking death, he decided to go crazy. I don't know.
So, okay. So the Sith are dead, and they're gone forever. So in The Force Awakens, we see a very perilous galaxy that has a lot of Force things being thrown around, but balance to the galaxy, yeah, you know what? Maybe Anakin did bring that. But what in the prophecy ever said that Anakin would keep the balance?
He should have stayed on Mortis.
Well, no, but whatever said that Anakin would keep the balance 30 years later? Or is it that always there is a struggle between, the dark and the light? There is no balance. Is that the way it really is? I think so. I think that maybe this whole point of Star Wars is that, yeah, you can fix the imbalance and you can make it balanced to the dark, or you can make it balanced to the light. But in the long run, no matter what, there will always be powers that throw them off of balance.
Always. And, another thing with that is when we think about the Skywalkers as directly coming from the Force, could have that happened again with Rey? I hope not. I really want just like the Skywalkers, in my opinion, they should just be a very special, like they should be the only people who ever came from the Force.
Yeah.
But that might not work with
the Force's nobility. They are the Force's nobility, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
What do you mean by nobility?
Well, the nobility always thought that God put upon them the right to rule over the rest. And so is the Force telling the Skywalkers they are meant to rule over the galaxy.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, look at the position they're in now. Luke's the last Jedi. Leia is the only one who's really protecting the galaxy. When you think about it from that standpoint, you know, the New Republic didn't want to do anything to protect from the First Order. They kind of just didn't want to get involved. There was a lot of fighting, and Leia was the one who stepped up. So they are and the Skywalkers are the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Copyright.
Wow, what a beautiful play on words. But you know what? We're seeing that the Guardians of the Galaxy, the franchise, I think, has created Rogue One. I think that the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise has shown how beautiful that that kind of different mindset about how the Star Wars universe should be. And Rogue One, we have this guy that looks like a fox. This little fox guy that looks just like, or not exactly, but similar to the guy in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Rocket.
Yeah, Rocket. And I don't know, I'm a Star Wars guy. Star Wars is my thing. And I see that Rogue One is a new interpretation of Star Wars. It's not about the Skywalkers. Oh,
episodes 1 through 9 have to be about the Skywalkers, but we have this TV shows not about the Skywalkers. The new standalone movies aren't about the Skywalkers. You got to keep episodes 1 through 9, in my opinion, about the Skywalkers. Just those. The Star Wars galaxy is huge. There's plenty of room for new characters, new things, but they're the ultimate, and that's why I don't think Disney should make the move of moving away from the Skywalkers. I think that's a horrible move. I think Rey needs to be Luke's daughter in a lot of ways, or if she's not, she needs to bang Kylo Ren, because I don't want Kylo Ren to just die in episode 9 and that's it, no more Skywalkers. That sucks.
Terrible ending.
Yeah, exactly. That bloodline from Anakin was started through Anakin's blood, passed down to his kids, and then their children, and then their children. He's like, literally, the Force is strong in my family. It just
I hate to just break that paradigm, but what if Anakin laid the seeds for the inevitable destruction of the Skywalker lineage? Luke, the son of Anakin, came out, and you know what? He didn't save the galaxy. He helped, but then after Return of the Jedi, we're going to see all of these events that happen. That, you know what, he isn't as strong. He isn't the leader. He isn't the thing that we thought would save the Force and the Jedi Order.
I think he'll be a part of it.
Well, no. What if we see that he fails and that he's on this first Jedi Temple, not as a way to get more in touch, but to be humbled by his failures, because he has failed and he has this guilt, this internal guilt of, I failed the Jedi, I failed the galaxy. What if that is what drove him to the first Jedi Temple, to be secluded and hidden there?
I mean, that's kind of cool too, but I mean, like I said, my personal theory was, actually that makes the most sense, to me, what you just said. I like that a lot. But at the same time, I mean, he's guilt-stricken his nephew that he kind of raised. When you think about it, he was sent, he must be going through his own thing, and that's why, freaking Rey shows up and with his lightsaber, and he's like, well, I guess I can't get out of this. I'm going to have to, maybe in a way Rey inspires Luke to move forward. But I really, I think she's a Skywalker. She has to be. And I know people are going to fight. A lot of stupid people online say that's a boring arc, but it's not. It makes the most sense. Make Rey a Skywalker.
Here's the thing. So often we find that, we have stubborn views. We think this is the way it's going to be. And then, at the end of the day, the creator, they may not agree that we think that what we think. Because, of course, J.J. Abrams, was he raised the same way you or I was? Does he have the same social experiences that you and I do?
Maybe. I don't know.
No, he doesn't. He was born rich as shit. He was born into a very different culture. And so we try our best to understand his perspective and his take on things. But at the end of the day, we are all creatures of our environment. And what we come from defines what we do.
That makes sense.
So does that mean that we think that, I think that JJ seduced us. He seduced us in The Force Awakens. He gave us this straight path, the direct path to Rey being Luke's daughter. But also, he laid hints of other things being possible. Because if he just straight up said that Luke is Rey's father, then we wouldn't be seduced. Like, oh, no, come on. That's not how you seduce someone. It's with, indirect innuendos. It's through, playing hard to get. And JJ played hard to get when he said that, maybe Han is the father. Maybe Lando is the father. Who knows who the father is? And that's the whole point, is that in 7, we got the seduction. But then in number 8, I think we're going to get a more sincere, the hook. The thing that's going to clinch us in to believing that Rey is Luke's daughter. Or it's going to be a total destruction of that idea. And I think in 8, we will know whether Rey, we'll have direct hints as to whether Rey is or is not Luke's daughter.
I hear you, man. But at the same time, I have a feeling that she is Luke's daughter, but at the same time,
no, I agree. But tell me why. Tell me why you think she is.
Just the fact that lightsaber called out to her, and the way that Maz, this was Anakin's and this was Luke's, and now it's yours. But she thinks, she thinks Luke Skywalker was a myth. But at the same time, I think she knew Lawrence and Tekka. I think she knew the Church of the Force. I think she went there before, because even just by looking at the Lego trailer, Lawrence and Tekka fights with the same staff Rey has. I got that little bit.
Yeah. That's huge.
Maybe she's like, I gotta go back to Jakku. Maybe the first thing she would have done is go to Lawrence and Tekka and be like, yo, but everything just happened so sudden. It's 1 minute, she's protecting a droid, the next minute she's getting shot at by TIE fighters, and then they have to literally just run. There's no time to go, She wants to go back. Who knows what she was gonna,
what her intentions were.
Not to mention the way she just she can talk to droids and aliens. Even Finn, he's like, I don't speak droid, or I don't.
You know what? I don't know if I can attribute that to actually being a thing.
She understands Wookiees.
Well, is it a cinematic thing, or is it a plot thing?
It's a plot thing, I think, because she.
Why don't you think that it could just be a simple cinematic necessity in order to move the story on?
I think it just tells more about her than we know. She can.
Yes. Well, but tell me why you don't think that movies need to do things that are impossible in the real world in order to move the story plot on. Because this is
Star Wars. This isn't just a movie.
Well, any TV show, any movie, all of them take giant leaps away from reality in order to make cinematic story makes sense.
Right.
Every single one. There's not an exception. Star Wars is especially good at that. What I'm saying is that we need to take the basis of what we know about Star Wars and use that as kind of the guiding light as to what we should do when perceiving these little nuances.
Right. I mean, at the same time, though, it's just, I don't look at it like that. I see I really do believe that's a plot point. She speaks droid. She can understand the Wookiee. She's been places when she was young.
No, yeah, I get that too. And you know what? I think, honestly, we're at this point that's in purgatory. We don't know what's what. We don't know, all these theories and ideas we have, it can all be moot in just a moment's notice. By just one little actual canonical evidence, and it's a very interesting time to be in. We're in June 2016. We're not yet at Celebration. In Celebration, they're going to reveal so many things, and it's going to change how we perceive Rogue One completely.
I think so. I mean, it's next month, right?
Oh no, it's in the next 20 days.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, I personally think Rey needs to be related to a Skywalker or fucked by a Skywalker, and I hope, John Boyega said in an interview that there's no romance between Finn and Rey. They're literally just friends, and the romance is not going to go the way you expect, which means she might not be a Skywalker, but fall in love somehow with Ben Solo. but I don't know how they would make that work.
Well, now, what if Ben Solo gets fucked by Poe?
What?
What? Now, what if Rey gets fucked by Finn?
I don't think she's going to.
What if there's no fucking at all? I don't know. I have no clue. There doesn't need to be. First off, in Star Wars, there have been no procreations that we have visually seen. We had 1 through 3 that was a very mild seduction at best.
I mean, Anakin was a creeper in Attack of the Clones, like times a million.
And we never saw any actual sex. We just saw, like, really creepy, like, mild seduction.
Yeah, he railed Padme.
Yeah, well,
if you really want Anakin Skywalker to be the only Jedi that got it in.
No. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that the doors are open. The security blocks are unbound, and we're at a place where now we don't know what will happen in the sense of procreation. We don't know what will happen in the sense of love. Love is a new concept for this new sequel trilogy. We don't know where it's going to go.
I mean, you think Luke's going to be the one to finish off his Kylo Ren if he dies?
I think that Luke was disappointed by Kylo, and that we may see the conclusion of Kylo in 8. We may see the conclusion of Kylo later on, and if Luke doesn't kill Kylo in 8 when he attacks him on, because, of course, Kylo does end up getting the ability to find out where Rey and Luke are training. And he brings his Knights of Ren there, and he attacks them, and Kylo has the full intention of killing Rey and Luke. And, of course, all of Kylo's, little minions get killed right away because they're little minions.
Yeah. I mean, it's very interesting. At the same time, I really just... I thought maybe redeem Kylo in 8 and show a worse Force in 9. If they want to keep going to Episode 12, if they want to go to Episode 12, let Kylo Ren live. Let him turn back. Let him get the redemption Anakin never got. Let him live with the guilt of what he's done and make it his fuel of never to do something like that again.
But is he his grandfather?
What?
Is he his grandfather?
No.
No, he's not his own grandpa. He is someone else.
Right.
So his deeds in his life are accountable to his own actions. And as tragic as Kylo Ren, Ben Solo's story may be, it is not the same story of Anakin.
We don't really know a lot about the story yet.
Well, I'm just projecting. When I say such declarative things, I'm just going off of trends that I've seen in Star Wars, and I do not think that Kylo will not be held accountable for Anakin's actions. I think that he has a misinterpreted version of who his grandfather was, and he has a misinterpreted perspective on who he should be. Right. And he has since a child, and we know that from Bloodline. We know that from the Force Awakens novel. There's very, very subtle but clear hints at what Kylo is meant to be.
He's just a sad, broken guy.
Yes, he is.
You know, it's when you can sympathize with a bad guy, that's awesome.
Well, tell me more about what you think Kylo's overall. What is his end objective?
To be Darth Vader, to be strong, to rule the galaxy, restore it in its rightful state, bring the Empire back.
Does he really just want to be someone else?
Makes sense. He wants to be as strong as his grandfather.
Well, I mean, aspiring towards someone.
That's his words. That's his fear. That was pulled right out of him. That's canon.
Yes, fear. You're afraid that you'll never be as strong as Darth Vader. That's what Rey said to him. right?
And it's true. His reaction showed like, oh my god, how'd she do that? He never really dealt with another Force user like that before, I don't think.
So the truth is, he's not as strong as Darth Vader, and that he wishes he could be, and his entire life's goal is to be as strong as Darth Vader.
Do you really think he wanted to kill his father?
I think that he could be convinced to do anything if it meant being as strong as Darth Vader.
He's like freaking pretty much was so he just like he broke down in front of his dad. You know? Like he really did. It was sad. Like he's like, I'm being torn apart. I want to be free of this pain. I know what I have to do, but I don't.
Because the light was pulling towards him. The light was telling him, this is not the only path you have. But he did not want to believe that, and he did what he had to do, what he thought he had to do, which was to kill his father. He was summoned by the dark side, Snoke, who we don't know anything about his origins, to destroy his father in order to destroy destroy Kylo Ren's capacity to go back to the light, because Snoke was afraid of that. And so he used subtle, seduction to get Kylo to believe he had to do that, and he did.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, where do you go from that? Like, is there redeeming after that, or he made his choice pretty much?
Is there redeeming? I think there will be. I think that they will push Kylo Ren to the point where his redemption will be a necessity to the gratification for.
But I don't want him to die after. Even though Dave Filoni even said, like, if a freaking Dark Jedi, they have to go through hell before they can be good again. I want to see him snap out of it. I want to see him and Rey somehow together rebuild the Jedi Order. Him like saying, "Look, I went down that path. I did horrible things to the Next Generation. You don't understand how
You don't understand exactly."
And Lawrence Santeca was right too. Without the Jedi, there can't be no balance. But they need a new Jedi Order, a brand new Jedi Order. Because if evil is just
I think the end of 9 will be the birth of the actual Jedi Order. So this whole time, everything we've seen has been failures at attempts at Jedi Order. Bringing them back. And then we're going to see at the end of 9 is the first glimmer of hope that we will have a true Jedi Order, a new Jedi Order that's true to its original intentions. Based on everything Luke understands, and that Luke teaches Rey, and Rey will survive through 9, and Rey will be the one that brings balance to the Force by bringing the light side, by showing the galaxy that the light side is the way to conduct your fucking transactions in the galaxy. It's that simple.
I mean, I don't. What do you think? I really am. I don't want them to kill off Kylo Ren. I want to see him live. I want to see.
Well, I want to see him. I think he will be redeemed. I will see him by the end of 9 be a good side character. But I feel like for him internally, like his moment of realization that his grandfather did not have negative intentions in the long run will be his redeeming factor. He will have the light side overtake him, and he will do something to redeem himself. It'll be a repeat of episode 6 in some way.
Well, yeah, these are kind of reboots in a weird way.
Well, no. It's a manner of history. History repeats itself. This is 30 years after the first repeat of history. We're going to see the second repeat of history, the third repeat of history, if you want to take it in that sense. And that's the way it is.
I agree.
All right. Well, I'm going to keep playing Bespin DLC on Battlefront. This is intense. This battle, oh my! I'm currently doing what is it called? Conquest on the
There's
Cloud City.
There's a conquest mode now.
Yeah, on what's it called?
Missions.
Defend your control point. They tell me, and I'm in a cloud car, and I'm having a great time, and I love Star Wars Battlefront, and it's a beautiful time. So I think we should end it right here.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to Gamatube. If you liked our conversations, there's plenty more where that came from. Please hit like and subscribe to us for more Star Wars videos. And it's all speculation. If you like what we said or didn't like, please leave a like or a comment below, and we would love to get back to you. I'm Joe Falcone.
And I'm Alex Chelberg.
May the Force be with you. Have a fucking kick-ass day.
Oh, this fucking guy. Oh, my God. Ah! I just ran into a building.
Nah.
Yeah, it happens. Oh, shit. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
All right, we're gonna get started. We have our pan already pre-greased. No, hold on. Now our pan is ready and greased and ready to go.